Hi everyone, welcome back. So check it out. We're going to make a project that mimics that guy John Edmark's project around the blooms of the video you just watched. Okay, so if we come down here and find a torus, let's put a torus out here. We're going to zoom in on it. Okay, by pressing the second circle down over here. Remember. Up here, this is the random name generator for your files, so they're not all called file 1, file 2. So just select it and put golden ratio project in there, okay? So we've got this torus shape. We're going to do whatever you want with it. This is your project, but I'm going to make mine come down a little bit. I want to have it a little bit more geometric, so take the sides to 10. And the steps, I'm going to step this down to maybe like 13. Okay, so it's got this more geometric pattern to it. I'm going to change this to be 5 tall, just to make it nice and even. Okay, now let's put something on the end of it to see what happens. So I'm going to put a sphere out there. It's pretty giant. I'm going to make this nice. Actually, let's make it not so. Let's make it something like that, 5 sides. So now I'm going to hold shift, grab the top, and I'm going to shrink this right down, okay, to 5. And we'll leave that, we'll embed it a little bit, okay. I'm going to change the color to orange so it stands out. I'm going to look at it. That looks pretty good. You can also, once you select that thing, you can use your arrow keys to get it where you want it to be, or you can hold shift, select both, hit a line, and I would just do this one in the middle and that'll center it, right? So let's do that, okay? And now let's group it. It's going to change it all to blue, but don't worry. Hit solid shape here and hit multicolor. And now any of the shapes that you choose from this point forward will retain the color that you have chosen. So there's that shape, okay? It's selected, it's grouped. So we're going to duplicate it. I'm going to raise it up 1, raise it up 2. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a bit because when I click this, that's going to change it. That's going to go around the circle. I can click right in that white box and put 137.5. Okay, and as soon as my internet catches up, it'll shift it. Okay, now I'm just going to come up above my head and hit duplicate. I'm going to duplicate it quite a few times. Okay, check it out and see what it looks like. So it's pretty cool, right? You can see it starts to make that spiral that they kind of had going on. Okay. We want you to learn the engineering design process. So part of the engineering design process is coming up with an idea, doing some research, right? Brainstorming, finding the best possible solutions, and then making a prototype, which is what I've done. And now I want to fix it when I'm looking at it and I'm communicating with myself at this point because I'm not in a group. But I'm looking at this, I don't like it. I want those little orange things to stick out more. So I'm just going to back it up. Okay. I'm going to unselect it. I'm going to select that orange thing. Okay. And I'm going to make that, oops. We still have 2. We still have 2. So I'm just going to delete that one. I'm going to select this orange shape and I'm going to just move it 1 out so it sticks out more, but it's still embedded in there, right? That embedded means they're overlapping. So if we were to print this on the 3D printer, it'll print, right? Because if they're not connected, they'll be separate shapes. So I'm going to reconnect these. I'm going to hit solid and multicolor. I'm going to come here, okay? And I am going to duplicate the shape. I'm going to lift it up 1, 2 this time. Actually, 3 since it's 5 tall, right? I want those to be pretty separated. Now, I select that spinner and I put 137.5. Whoops. And now I'm just going to duplicate that. I like that a little bit better. Zoom back out. Okay. I'm going to make that to there. That looks pretty cool. It's almost like a piece of coral. It's got that spiral shape that we want it to look like. So I want you to come up with your own designs, right? I want them to be interesting, hopefully. And if not, no big deal. We're just learning. And this is just the beginning stage to show you what you can do with it. Because with these basic shapes and the basic commands, we're basically, I use basic a lot there, coding, right? You're telling this computer what to do. What you're trying to get it to do is build this spiral. And so then you're giving it a series of commands. If it doesn't work out, we're going to backtrack and we're going to put new data into it and reformulate our plan. So you can come up with any of these things you want to.